Do you want to dramatically increase your learning efficiency? Do you want to understand complex concepts so well you can explain them to anyone? Do you want to reduce wasted review time and accelerate mastery? The answer is simple. Explain it as if you're teaching a 12-year-old child. If you can't explain a part, that's your knowledge gap. Why does this work? This slide explains everything. The human brain processes information more deeply when explaining than when reading. This is a powerful process combining retrieval practice and information reconstruction. Instead of just staring at information, your brain pulls it from memory and reconstructs it. This reconstruction process forms long-term memory. A 2006 study by Roediger and Karpik at Washington University proved that learning using retrieval practice significantly improves long-term memory retention compared to repeated reading. In the experiment, the group using retrieval practice scored far higher 1 week later than the rereading group. This is a systematized method based on Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman's learning approach. This isn't a hypothesis. This is a system proven effective by cognitive psychology research. And this is achievable. When you learn a new concept, write it out on paper. Explain it in words a 12-year-old child can understand without using technical jargon. This will transform your learning efficiency. Today, I'll show you the scientific evidence. So why is explaining so powerful? In the famous model called the learning pyramid, teaching others has the highest retention rate. Modern research confirms that active learning far exceeds passive learning in effectiveness. Just listening to lectures results in low memory retention. Reading or audiovisual learning with a passive attitude also has limited retention. But when you teach others, retention dramatically improves. The difference is overwhelming. Why? Because to explain, your brain must execute 3 processes. First, retrieve information from memory. Second, organize that information and arrange it in logical order. Third, translate it into words the other person can understand. These 3 processes force deep processing in your brain. That's why explaining is the most effective learning method. So how do you actually use this? The Feynman technique has 4 steps. Step 1. Choose a concept. Identify one topic you want to learn. Quantum mechanics, programming, marketing, doesn't matter. What matters is narrowing it down to one. Step 2. Write an explanation as if teaching a 12-year-old child. This is the core. Don't use technical jargon. Explain the concept using only simple words. Use concrete examples and leverage analogies. If a 12-year-old can't understand it, your understanding is shallow. Step 3. Identify knowledge gaps. While writing your explanation, you'll inevitably get stuck somewhere. Wait, what does this mean again? That moment is your knowledge gap. List those gaps and go back to your materials to relearn. Step 4. Refine into a concise explanation. Once you've filled the gaps, rewrite your explanation. Remove redundant parts. Make it more concise and clearer. Repeat until you can explain the entire concept within 1 page. These 4 steps are the systematized method based on Richard Feynman's learning approach, and they will significantly improve your learning efficiency. Here's a trap many people fall into: relying on technical jargon. Technical jargon is convenient. You can express complex concepts in short words, but it creates an illusion of understanding. Cognitive psychology research shows that even if you can explain something using jargon to sound knowledgeable, you may stumble when translating it into simple words. This is known as a sign revealing the illusion of understanding. In other words, if you think you can explain using only jargon, you may lack true understanding. Feynman said this: if you really understand something, you can explain it to anyone. This is why you explain as if teaching a 12-year-old child. By placing yourself in a situation where you can't use technical jargon, your true understanding is tested. And through that process, your understanding deepens. Why is step 3, identifying knowledge gaps, so critical? Because it enhances metacognitive ability. Metacognition is the ability to accurately assess your own level of understanding. Many people assume they understand. This is called the Dunning-Kruger effect. the tendency for incompetent people to overestimate their abilities. But the Feynman technique shatters this illusion. The moment you try to explain, your knowledge gaps are exposed. Wait, what does this mean again? This moment is the true beginning of learning. Learning science research shows that learners who accurately estimate their understanding and allocate time to weaknesses tend to perform better, because they accurately identified their weaknesses and concentrated time there. Gap identification visualizes your weaknesses and enables efficient learning. This method isn't just for quantum mechanics. The Feynman technique applies to any field. Abstract theories, quantum mechanics, relativity, calculus. Practical skills, programming, marketing, financial analysis. Skill acquisition, language learning, musical instruments, sports. Feynman himself used this approach in multiple fields, not just physics, but biology, art, music, because this is based on universal principles of cognitive science, independent of any field. The brain processes any information through the same process. Retrieval practice, reconstruction, explanation. This process accelerates all learning. So whatever you want to learn, the Feynman technique works. So how do you practice this concretely? Method 1. Practice with a notebook. Get paper and pen and write out the concept. Explain using only simple words, without technical jargon. Writing organizes your thoughts and makes gaps easier to see. Method 2. Practice with a whiteboard. Explain while drawing diagrams on a whiteboard. Diagrams visualize abstract concepts and deepen understanding. Then actually explain to friends or colleagues. Their questions will highlight your knowledge gaps. Method 3. Practice with audio recording. Record your explanation with your smartphone voice recorder. Then listen back during your commute or while traveling. Rather than just listening passively, pause midway and practice retrieval by restating key points to increase effectiveness. Method 4. Practice with AI. Tell a generative AI, "I like ChatGPT. Listen to my explanation as a 12-year-old child and input your explanation." I will point out logical leaps without holding back. If you just read AI's explanation from the start, you reduce retrieval and generation steps, lowering effectiveness. First, create your own explanation, then ask AI what's unclear, what are counterexamples to identify gaps. Any method can be practiced anytime, anywhere, regardless of location or situation. What matters is consistency. Now let's organize the key points. A practical system to accelerate learning. First, practice the 4 steps of the Feynman technique. Choose one concept and write an explanation as if teaching a 12-year-old child. Identify knowledge gaps and go back to your materials to relearn. Then refine into a concise explanation. Second, don't use technical jargon. Explain using only simple words, as if teaching someone without specialized knowledge. This proves true understanding. Third, don't fear knowledge gaps. Gaps are opportunities for your growth. By identifying and filling them, your learning accelerates. And now, ask yourself this. What's the next concept you should learn? Can you explain that concept to a 12-year-old today? Share your strategy in the comments. Your learning plan, your questions, your success stories. Everything becomes wisdom for this community. Thanks for watching until the end today. This channel provides concrete systems to maximize learning efficiency. We design your growth with practice over theory, science over intuition. Subscribe to this channel, and let's learn practical knowledge together next time. Turn on notifications, and every time a new video is published, your learning efficiency rises another level. See you in the next one.